Hello folks, Alex here, welcome back to my pond. This is one of my favorite areas of my farm, an area that Grandad never even had or saw because it belonged to a neighbor at the time. We of course bought this recently. It's an area that is something I really want to put long-term investment into, and we're going to be looking into in the future and making this a little bit more of a wildlife conservation area. If you recall, this land here we re-drilled in the spring. We haven't taken a crop off it yet, and we're not going to. We're going to leave it. It's going to be put into a wildlife stewardship scheme here where all we can do is mow it once a year. That time for us to mow it has passed, so we're going to leave it over the winter, and you have the seeds that may grow in the grass in the last few kind of warmer weeks of autumn here will be left for the birds, which I'm quite happy about. And we're going to do a little bit more work as well around here. I really want to do something with the forest as well. I think that could be great for us. We've got a few trees there. We're not going to fell any trees, but we've got a little bit of an opportunity to incorporate a few more and a bit of encouragement for the wildlife at the deck of the forest there to come through. And with the water bodies as well, though, we might be looking into where we have this little bit of a valley by the trees here. Might be looking to make that into a bit of a wetland area as well, just to try and get something to grow there and to be encouraged to get a little bit more diversity here as well, which should be really cool. Looking forward to see how that comes along. But for now, yeah, we're just having a quick look at it really, just to get some inspiration there. A couple of applications have gone in, and we'll leave that for a while. I'm trying to get my farm in a position where we can sign up to a leaf scheme, which would be pretty interesting actually, because it really does encourage you to go further. It's Lincoln Environment and Farming, I believe, is the acronym. And it is, yeah, it's going to really encourage us to go that bit further, a bit above and beyond there with the farm, to really ensure that it's doing some wonderful things for both the farm right now, but also moving forward as well. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that one. We've got a few little jobs to do today. We've got some bales going shifting a little bit with the mailer and the trailer. They've all been that my mate came in with a wrapper to get those all done the other day there, so we need to get those all tidied up. Contracting jobs, got nothing else on the books for today or tomorrow, but there's a few rumors of some things happening later on in the week, which is good. But the main thing, more good news, is that I've been paid a little bit. Now, not everything, and by no means am I out of the red yet at all, but the great news is that I have been able to pay a significant chunk back to the builder here, which is good. So we are on the up and up. This means that this shed has been, we've paid for 2/3 of it now, and the rest of the final installment is actually going to be paid off next week. They're just waiting for the banks to reopen. So some point next week there, we will see some livestock coming into the shed, which I for one cannot wait. Am I fully ready for them yet? No, but we're gonna, you know, I feel like we need to get going with it. But yeah, the shed is pretty much done. The contractors who were building the shed are happy. They're satisfied that we've paid the bills, or we've shown our intent to pay by paying a significant chunk of it down, so that's good news. And with any luck, yeah, like I say, we'll be able to really jump forward with this very shortly there. So hopefully you'll see some really positive news come with the livestock here. And we'll be able to get a real march on the go here, I think. And all right, off we go. We're going to take the truck back on over the road. Just park it up at the house. And then, yeah, like I say, we need to go and get ourselves ready to go. I hooked everything up earlier on. Stick you here. Need to spend a day or two in the orchard coming up as well. We'll have to look into when we can do that, but hopefully soon. But as you can see, it looks okay. It looks like it's doing well, which is always neat and handy. I'm just going to go around that. It's a bit of a gap I need to fix. But yeah, everything is growing. Greenhouses are doing phenomenally well. We've got more onions that need to shift out of there as well later on, so that's good. Potatoes aren't too far away. Probably going to keep those in the deck for just a little bit longer, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, ultimately, I think it's going to be great. Machinery cluttered all around the yard here. Despite the number of sheds I build, I never seem to have enough. But that will change. We're trying to get rid of some straw. We're trying to broadcast or advertise our fodder that we have for sale, which would include all the straw in there. Well, most of it we're going to keep a little bit for our pigs. And then the straw in the back there as well. And now we can get some silage bales. Now we're going to keep these ones separate just around the corner there because they are a different type of bale. With that being said, we'll go march on with the mailer here. Borrowing a neighbor's grab. I don't have one of these. So we always have to borrow them when we're getting bales stacked up there. So in an ideal world, that could be a nice little investment for me next year, maybe. But I was thinking I might just try and stack some bales into here. I'm not using it for anything else, so let's see how that goes. What's the worst that can happen? And around we come. Yeah, we're doing pretty well otherwise. Very, very happy that we're in a position to start paying off some of the building debt that we had occurring. So that was really nice. Really happy to see that go down, to restore some faith with those contractors. So that's brilliant. Okay, now we're just going to stop about here. Okay, and away we go again. Perfecto. So I hope everything is good with yourself. I know a lot of people are cracking along through Harvest at the moment. Now let us know what you're doing. As always, what you're driving as well. And what you'd like to see from me covering here. Obviously, there's a lot of day-to-day work that I don't really bring you along for with the blog. But let me know if there's anything in particular you would like to see. We're doing a little bit more contracting work here and then. As I mentioned, looking to get even more coming down the line. So if we can, of course, we'll try and bring you along for that journey. Yeah, I'm just curious to see, because we've covered quite a bit here, where I think this is coming up to around 50 episodes, which is rather insane for something that was just going to be a little mini 10-part vlog when I first approached Simulation for the Nation about it. So, you know, there's a lot of change. We've got a long way. You guys are all loving it, which is great. Ooh, this is bouncy up. And yeah, I'm always happy to kind of show you the farm and show you what the business is looking like and how we're doing. The highs and the lows, of course, because I think that's important. And yeah, always willing to know where we can go, where we can take it. So do let me know. That trailer's bouncing around behind me here. There's actually quite a few bales in here. I don't know if we'll get them all in one hit, but well, I know we won't. But you know, I'm pleased with that actually. We're looking to try and find a good equine industry to sell this into. I really had a thought about trying to find like a static baler that we could take these round bale silage and then at some stage over the winter there, break them down into small squares and sell them to the haylage industry that way, a la the H-Team TV really. But been watching a lot of those folks as well recently, so make sure you go and check them out if you haven't. But yeah, that would be a nifty little way to get by. But we're not going to go too crazy with the stacking here because I don't want to damage the bales, and like I say, we're not going to fit them all into one row, so into one load. So why bother pushing? So let's just get ourselves around. Go. There we are. Perfect stuff. Miller's a grand little loader for this kind of thing. It really is. And we'll just see about stacking. We're gonna have to go at the front end, otherwise they've been known to roll down to the front of me before. I don't want that. It's amazing when you pick up a telehandler. Sometimes, you know, the decision to go ahead and buy one there is one that you really have to think over and mull over for a while. But once you get it, you realize that you use it every single day and that you just, oh, I've dropped it. You just can't really live without it. So yeah, it is a crucial bit of kit for me. There you go. Like a bit of a leaking valve though. It does seem like my the functionality for the third function on here. So in this case, it's for to move the arms on the fork. They do like to creep a little bit, and I can't quite determine why or what's causing that. So something that I might need to do a little bit of a look into at some stage. But for right now, you know, we're just gonna try and creep along with it as it is. I don't know how. I got a mate Timothy who comes to do the baling, the wrapping. I don't know how he's managed to flip that one onto its side, but he did. That's the thing I'll have to ask him about. We'll just slowly and gently nudge that one on. All right. Say something about my my stacking abilities when I want to kind of get those ones tied on as quickly as possible. I'm gonna have to try and give this a bit of a nudge without piercing a hole in it. I do have some of the tape back at the yard. If I need to, I can give it a bit of a patch up. I think I've done it. Look at that. Nailed it. But yeah, I think we have to have a look at it. There might just be a bearing gone on this, on a seal here for this loader, or something's causing that little bit of a creep, but we'll have to have a look at it. Figure that one out. Anyway, stick this load about there again. Perfect. But yeah, otherwise everything else is grand. I think I've pretty much got everything I want to do from a land standpoint done. We are, like I say, going to be looking into that grass pasture there, but I don't really have to do any field work for that anytime soon, so that's rather pleasing. We'll just take a look at that as we can, and once we hear back about the application, essentially I'd love to make it look something like this little ditch that we have here, this little brook that we kind of allowed and encouraged to wild a little bit more, and to bring in a whole load of different species of insects and wildlife into there, which is really nice actually. You know, this is by no means a big, large industrial farm. I don't want it to be either. So what we should probably do in instances like that is celebrate it. So if we just stop here for a second, you'll see I left a little bit of the field grass around the edge, which gives like a little bit of a corridor for any wildlife to travel through. And then, yeah, nice little brook down here, which is actually a little bit deep in places as well, which is nice to see. But yeah, really pleased with how it's turned out. And I think we'll try and do something similar on the other side. Does mean as well that if we are ever putting, I can't see us actually putting any man-made fertilizers or pesticides in this field, but if we were to, it gives a little bit of a buffer there in the border. You've got to be very careful with that around water sources, but that's always something that we have to think about. All right, onwards we go then. Where's my next one? There you go. All right, so I've also got another one of my winter projects lined up. It's for the 8140 there. I've ordered a few new panels and a little bit of some panel kind of T-cut really, and some wax, which really brings out the vibrancy of the existing paneling, which is in good condition there. So we're gonna get to work on that one. There's a little bit of touching up on the spraying that we need to do there as well, but I am fully confident we'll get all that done. I can't wait. Really can't wait to see how that looks. So that's going to be project number one from a machinery standpoint, and we'll have to see just what everything else is looking like from a machinery point of view. I think the other tractors are in good nick. The combine might need a little bit of TLC. That also may need many different things, given that it's about I think it's probably about 35 years old at this point, so the fact that it still starts and runs is a huge benefit. All right, up we go. So what I think we'll do, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break from this end of stacking. We're going to get these all stacked up. We're going to take them down to the yard at the other end. Like I say, there's quite a few. We've got 6 on there so far, and well, there's a lot. So we'll get through this as quickly as we can. And I think from there, we'll just we'll take it down to the other end and see where we're going to unload them all as well. All right, and steady as she goes. We have got a whopping 11 bales on the back of here. Just a few straps on to keep them in place as well. But look, there's no need to go heavy on the load. We're not going too far. We'll get it all done in time. We're still gonna make multiple trips anyway. So, and we're pulling them back with the loader as well there. So we'll just take our time and make sure a safe job is always a good job. So as long as we keep everything safe and nice and tidy, I'm happy. So that's what we're looking forward to. Just gonna cruise up the hill, and then we'll see where we're gonna put these at the yard there as well. But yeah, like I say, this yard is a mystery to me because I keep making new sheds. I keep, you know, we've always sourced new sheds and new buildings, and we're all around the place, get everything in there, and then yet still far too much stuff around and not enough space to park tractors even. So desperately need to get rid of some straw soon. That'd be really nice. And we'll see. But yeah, we're just going to slowly creep around the corner. Besides, well, right now the price for straw before harvest was colossal. Now it's still looking pretty good. A few farmers out there who didn't get quite as much as they were hoping for from their own cereal crops because some of it probably didn't go in too well over the spring. So we're looking like we could still fetch a decent price, which from the seller is always fun. You know, that's always what you'll look for. creep around here nice and slowly. Easy does it. There you go. And yeah, I think I like that little triangle there. I think that'll do it. No, I can put this somewhere better than that. I know I can't. We're going to turn around. So I think we'll just loop this around. We'll get this all unloaded into that little spot there. And then we'll be good to go. I think we'll get this all done though, and we'll leave you here until next time. So thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been Alex, another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm. If you have enjoyed it and you've yet to do so, please do hit that like button. It means an awful lot. Subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who does as always host everything. Hosts all my ramblings, and we will see you all in the next one. Until then, watch my 8140. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Enjoy what you're doing, as always. And we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.